over in Leominster. Federal aid is now coming to some of the hardest hit areas by last year's storm. So that includes Leominster. And you can see just some of the extensive damage there from this flooding. Our NBC 10's Jericho Tran joining us live in Leominster tonight, where she learned that the storm they experienced back in September is still very much impacting them today. Jericho.
Oh, yeah, and you can see some of that impact right here. This is the Tilton and Cook Marketplace. That storm from months ago completely leveled this building. And if you can listen, you can hear the water still rushing underneath this building months later. And it's not just businesses that experience this severe damage, but homes as well.
There's a lot of PTSD around here. Whenever it rains, everybody's cringing.
Sarah Marchand experienced about $15,000 worth of damage to her home after the storm last September.
We lost everything we basically had that touched the floor.
Now she's given everything to try and fix her home again, including her entire savings.
Everything is gone. We had to wait for tax returns to see if we could finish the floors. And
Marchand is one of the nearly 1,400 people in Leominster applying for the Massachusetts Disaster Declaration.
I should be on the list.
Approved by President Biden, providing grants for temporary housing and home repairs for those living in the Worcester and Bristol counties.
There's just still so many families out there and businesses that haven't been able to rebuild.
This comes after Governor Maura Healey sent an appeal in March after FEMA denied Leominster's request for $35 million in aid.
The state and local entities and communities have to document all those damages. Then they have to be verified by FEMA.
I mean, everything we did was documented 100%, and it was live. It was to the day.
And while individual assistance has been approved for renters and homeowners, the city is still waiting for nearly $30 million in funding to repair infrastructure.
State documents the damage assessments to public domain, whether it be roads, buildings, and such. It has to meet a certain level in terms of the total extent of those damages. And so that's the part that still is under review.
And you can see the cleanup here still continues. Residents are asked to apply online, and FEMA also says that they'll be setting up disaster care centers to help them apply for that aid. That's the very latest here in Leominster. Jericho Tran, NBC 10 Boston.